and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're coming across my video for the first time, you are the right place that I could possibly be. And if you've been riding with me since I started this journey last year, thanks for always. So in today's video, I'm going to be basically talking about how to apply for a residence permit. I'm going to be sharing my experience as an SI scholarship holder and also my friend here who is a fee-paying student. So let's go. Quickly, it's called residence permit in Sweden. I know it's largely known or commonly known as student visa and stuff like that. So that's why the caption says residence permit and student visa so that you can actually find this video. Okay, so a very quick one before we actually get into today's topic. So I want to say again a big congratulations to everybody who has been admitted to one of the Swedish universities. Yeah. I'm really so happy to see the messages and stuff coming in. I'm so glad. So you're watching this video first of all because you have applied to study in Sweden and you have gotten admitted into one of the Swedish universities, right? And also it means that you also applied for the SI scholarship, and by the grace of God you're going to get the scholarship. You're watching this also means that you are going to be a fee-paying student. Either you didn't apply for SI for one reason or the other, or your country isn't just eligible, part of one of the eligible countries. And also, before we go in, I would also like to say that, as I always say, please try to always follow instructions from your university. I'm sure you're going to get instructions on different things from your university. So please always check your emails and check your spam in order to not miss any vital information. And without further ado, I'm going to welcome my guest, my very special guest. Thank you so much for actually joining today.
A pleasure being here with you.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be resting or relaxing, but you're here, so it's an honor. And
thank you.
If you like to introduce yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Hi everyone. Thank you for always supporting and following me. My name is Elizabeth, but I like to be called Effia. Yeah. I am from Ghana, and I'm currently studying Master's International Business Strategy at Linus University with my friend here, Tino. Yeah. And today we'll be here to talk about
how to apply for a residence permit
and the other one.
Yeah, yeah, sure. All right. So before we also, start questioning my guests very rigorously, so very quick one on the link to the website. So it's migrationsbracket.se. I'm going to attach the link here or something, and also in the description, right? Yeah, and then at the end of this video I'm going to do like a very quick walkthrough on the website and how you can navigate the website, so you can expect that. Now to my very beloved guest. So kindly walk us through your residence permit application process.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Yeah. So the admission came, I've forgotten the date though.
It was 7th of March.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah.
27th of March. So for me, we'll talk about that one later in today's video. I think that one is already passed. For me, after the admission came, I also started preparing for what do you call it, my university scholarship. So when the admission came, I think a few weeks later, I got what do you call it, an interview with LNU, and then afterwards they sent an instruction on maybe how to apply for what you call the resident permit and housing and all of that. So I also applied for SI. So one thing I would say is that after the admission came in, the next thing I did was to rather apply for housing and join queues. That was what I did. Yeah. And then was waiting for the result from the both LNU and then the SI scholarship. But while I was doing that too, the other thing I was doing was building my bank, what do you call?
Your proof of
funds. Because I was still putting in some money in case anything happens. So that was what I was doing. So I waited till the LNU scholarship came 18th of
April.
When did SI come?
24th of April.
Yes, so LNU came 18th of April. That was 2024. And then when it came, I had gotten the scholarship. So once again, I was still building my account. I didn't apply. I didn't go to migrations and website for what do you call it, for the application. And so when SI came 24th, unfortunately, I didn't get it. Unfortunately, I cried and crewed.
You crowed.
I crewed. I crewed. It was a very, very sad
Sorry.
day. But at least I had gotten the 75
Percent.
from Ellen.
Yeah, from the college.
So it was like, to be honest with you, was like I wouldn't come here
Mm.
because you have to 75 means you have to pay the remaining
25%.
25, and that was tuition.
Yeah, that's just
So
tuition. Yeah.
you have to find money for your rent, for food, for a whole lot. So eventually I had to just do some pros and cons and everything, and then I said I will come. So fast forward, I went to migrations page. I read instructions, but before that too, while I was waiting for all these scholarship results, I
Mm.
was watching YouTube videos, lots of YouTube videos to see how the application on migration, works. Because I didn't want to be rejected, my application to be rejected or something. So I went to migrations Beckett's
Mm.
page, and then I saw the document they were asking for. One thing I really looked out for was
Mm.
that they were not looking for bank statement for microfinance and rural banks.
Mm.
Yes, so that was one key thing for me. So after I've read all these documents on migrations webpage, I uploaded them. So
Great.
I think that I uploaded my, let me check my phone.
Yeah, sure.
I uploaded my document on the 13th of May. So for
Mm.
this, I uploaded my passport, like a scan of the front page of my passport with the
Yeah.
biometric, and then I also uploaded my birth certificate. They asked for that. Then I also uploaded my admission letter from LMU.
University.
Yes, and
Mm.
it also worked as both my insurance. The admission letter works as an insurance cover for you also. So I upload,
Oh,
yes. So
nice.
because they'll ask that in your application, that if you are, what do you call it, you have an insurance or something, and
Mm.
then they asked me for my bank statement. So for the bank statement, sometimes it's always like 6 months or three
Mm.
months. But migration I think migration said like 3 months or so.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. So that's what I did. I uploaded that bank statement.
Mm.
I think those are the things I uploaded. That was on 13th of May. I uploaded that on migration's page. And one thing too was the motivation letter.
Ah,
Hey,
yeah. That's
so
true.
I tell you. So for the motive, no, apart from some key things make up the, like, on how you get the
Permits.
visa, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, the
No, it's
permit,
okay. Yeah.
on how you get the permit, key
Yeah.
things work. So one important thing is like the bank statement, of course,
Mm.
like the inflows, the outflows, the confirmation of if you are working, how the money is coming in, is it in
Coming
your
in.
name? Another thing is like how you answer the interview questions. That's if you get an interview. And then another important thing is the motivation you are writing.
You're
So it
writing.
always has to correlate with your letter of motivation that you wrote. and
Yeah.
and if you go for an interview, the letter of motivation you wrote when applying has to correlate with what you are saying.
Same.
So
Hmm.
these three things
That's a
are very,
lot.
very. So
Wow.
I remember, well, I'm not going to lie, I remember I had some people here in Sweden that I had to ask, who also were fee paying students and went for interview. So they were giving me like this kind of tip that I'm saying, like you should be like, why do you want to study in Sweden?
Mm.
Like all those kind of things, when you like the home ties and all that.
So we'll discuss that in
Yeah,
our next
I
video.
know, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. So like those things were very key for me. So
Mm.
I applied for this 13th of May, and
Mm.
then 3 days later,
Mm.
also I got
A response
response.
from migration.
Hey, do you know what the response
What
said?
was the rest?
The response said that I should do this thing. I have gotten a date for what do you call
A
it?
visa
Yeah, for an interview.
interview? Okay.
But then I have to show a bank statement going 6 months. Then I uploaded 3 months bank statement. I have to show a bank statement history,
Six
6
months
months,
prior
yeah,
to.
prior. So that and then I should book an appointment with Abuja,
Yeah, yeah.
the Abuja embassy, and then they will give me a date or something. So I quickly had to go to my bank, and then they
Mm.
had to do that for me. Then I had to upload that document, and
Mm.
then I think I also had to pay my application fee for, sorry, before, after submit. I think I paid before submitting, because you have to pay all.
Yeah, for me, I didn't pay, so yeah,
I forgot whether you pay before or after, but eventually
you
you
pay
pay an
application fee.
application fee,
How
and then
much was it? Do you remember?
maybe 1,000 and over.
Okay.
It's
How
possible.
did you pay? What did you use to
I
pay?
used my Visa card.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Continue, please.
So, but I have few friends who also had somebody here in Sweden who
Paid for them.
paid for them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That
So
makes
that was
sense.
so 13th of May. I applied in 3 days time. I got, and one thing I always want to say is that if the documents are complete,
Mm-hmm.
it's always easy to get what do you call
Quick response.
a very quick response from them
Mm.
because everything looks smooth. Like there is not an incomplete application or something. Though
Mm.
remember that at that time we don't have a case officer. It's just like
Mm,
somebody just going
yeah.
through for you and hand. So
Yeah.
that's what I did. So 3 days time, I heard from them that go back, like use a provide a 6 months bank
Bank
statement
statement.
because I uploaded a 3 months bank
Bank.
statement. So that's what I did. Then I emailed the Abuja embassy. That
Same.
I
The
think
day.
3 days after, like after I've gotten my bank statement,
Okay.
I emailed
Email
Abuja
them
and it took 2 days to
to
reply me. The
respond
Abuja
to
embassy
you.
took 2 days to respond to me, and then they gave me a date in that's 3rd of July,
Mm.
3rd of June, 2024.
Mm.
So I think so that was it. So after that one, I was just praying, hoping,
Yeah. Prayer is
believing.
important.
Because now I did, unfortunately, because I only wanted to go for biometrics. I promise, because I had heard how the interview works, the downside and everything. So I was like, God, I only want biometrics, but I had go interview, so then I had to prepare.
Mm.
So after I emailed the embassy, I think 2 days or 3 days, they also replied me and then it gave me a date. So I was
Mm-hmm.
preparing for that. And then remember I had uploaded the newly bank statement that was
Statements.
for 6 months. So then I went to Abuja, went for the interview, and then I heard from them 12th of July so that my permit is granted.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But hey, the
It
fasting
was
and prayers
not.
because
Oh my god.
so I
Well,
think so the application in all was smooth.
mm,
And one thing I always say is like your motivation letter
it's very
is
important.
important, and then always try to upload a complete document and read the instructions like she always keeps
Yeah.
saying, because migration pages they will say bank statement, it should be in your name.
Yeah.
Even if somebody is sponsoring you, it should be in your name and not the person's name. Like and then I also forgot
Yeah.
I uploaded a work, what do you call it, proof of employment, because I had
Oh,
said that I was
you're
working.
working.
So I uploaded proof of employment. So I had to take a letter from my a company that I was working, my position, and
Mm.
I even made them include my salary because that salary was reflecting in my bank
You
statement.
serious? So
Yes. So I guess that was another very, because I was asked that question in my interview, what work I do, how much I earn, how long I started working, like that. So if you are working, definitely you would attach that, like your proof of employment and everything. If you are not working too, you're not sure.
wow.
Yeah. So it was smooth. It was nice.
Sorry, I didn't go through that. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you for that. Do you remember like how the calculation was like for the proof of fund, like how many months? Because I know for us, I think it's 12,000 per month.
Yeah.
So you have to do 12,000 times
Yeah.
24 months.
If we are getting plenty money, we are not getting the
No, I'm saying for you people, like what was the
10,314.
ah
10,314 sec times 12.
times
Yes,
12?
so when you do that, the 10,314 times 12, it
Mm.
doesn't include your fees.
Yep.
So you
Yeah, it's
can just,
just
that
for
was another thing. Like I had to be asking people who were here. And I didn't ask one person. Me, I always wanted a confirmation. So
mm,
I asked like 2 or 3 people,
mm,
and they kept saying the same, that oh, the money, because at that time, like the economy is hard, you're from Africa, like hey, go and get all this money and add tuition fee, like it's too something. Some of us, we don't have that amount of money. So I'll ask this person, say oh no, just the 10,014 times
times
12,
12
and maybe because of exchange rate,
rates,
because sometimes it
yeah,
like it just goes up and comes down.
fluctuates.
So maybe then you add something like maybe 5,000 Ghana. I don't know how that will be in Nigeria.
Yeah,
And I just add something
something
extra.
extra just
So,
in
so
case.
because I
Yeah,
remember, because we used to have a telegram, like I was part of a telegram
is it studying in Sweden?
study in Sweden. Yeah, so
Mm,
that one they removed me because I didn't know, I was new. So I'm not in that group anymore.
okay.
People were really sharing that experience with
Mm,
how how it was working, because they would say like, oh, I put in the money, like my case officer, some case officers called them, some to their case officer will email them that your money is not enough,
I
top
know.
up, and some their case officers were not that good. They would
Mm,
deny them, like they would deny them the permit based on the fact that their money was not enough. So please,
you
like
don't
if
know
you
the
have the
amount of
money, just add up, don't put exactly that amount of money in it.
go a bit
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, so the key thing is you are looking for the 10,314 times 12 and a little extra. That is what migration is looking for. So migration is not looking for the addition of the school fees.
No, you're not adding your school
But
fees.
if
Okay.
you have, like, some people have the money, if you have the money for maybe
Oh,
half of the semester,
you
because
can.
you pay half of the fees for after you get admission, you
Mm-hmm.
pay fees. So some
Mm-hmm.
people will have the next fees, like the fees for the next semester.
Okay.
So let's say that, like, some people pay for 1 year is 110,000 sec. So half a
Mm.
semester is 55,000 sec.
For
So
our course,
yes,
for our
so
program.
let's say you have paid the 55,000 sec before, like, after you got the admission.
Mm-hmm.
So for the other 55,000, maybe you may decide that you have the money. Then you
Okay.
add it to the 10,314 times 12. Then
Then you add everything together.
exactly. Then remember to still add the extra because of the
Just in
exchange.
case, yeah.
Then you are good to go.
I
Uh-huh.
mean, even considering the state of Nigerian's currency,
Yeah. Uh-huh. So
please,
that's it.
it's very, it's not
Yeah.
even good at
So
all.
the key and the good thing is that the money you are putting in your statement is 1031, and then that 1031 for includes your rent, your food,
Yeah, it's like
other.
a living, yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
So that's how it was.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not as a means to like not make people come. It's just
Mm-hmm.
a thing of like they don't want someone to come here and like constitute
Exactly.
nuisance. Like you can't be able to
For
fend for
yourself.
yourself,
Yeah.
right? And also to be very honest, like you can't me personally, I don't recommend coming here and then looking for money to pay for your fees.
Looking for
It's
job,
not it's not
looking for
easy. Oh.
job. Look, you said
She
that
no
looking
she
for job.
it's not like I'm not going to compare it to like the UK where you can say you can have like three different jobs and then you can pay
Hmm.
for your fees. It's not like that.
Yeah, it's hard though.
Like if you are not sure and stable or like you have support, please maybe like
Hmm.
just next time because it's not easy. I really hope you get the scholarship. I really pray that you get like sponsorship and people will support you. But if you do not have such opportunity or something,
It's hard.
it's hard,
Me, I
honestly.
passed through
She
personal.
had,
It's a
yeah,
personal experience,
that's her. We'll share that one
We were
later. Hmm.
like, oh, when we come here, at least we get a job.
Even with
Maybe,
that 75% though,
yes,
ha,
we say, oh, maybe in 6 months I may get a job. But what, in 3 months,
mm,
then 3 months turn to 6 months. Then 6 months is going to a year. Then a year is
yeah,
going to 2 years, and yeah,
it's not, it's not, it's
yeah.
not this. Yeah. So, I don't know. So, do you know anyone that applied and didn't get the residence permit?
Hi, this matter.
And what do you think they did wrong? And then what do you think you did
So this video go long.
right?
This video will take
That's
years.
why we're here. Oh, just
Because and they all have different. That study in
Sweden.
Sweden. Me, unfortunately, I joined after I had gone for my interview. But
Oh,
others were lucky that they would join before
before the
application, before the in fact before
admission even came out.
yes, and before their interview. So they had but even though those people, like, it's the law, like, it's diverse. It depends. I don't know how migration works and all, but like it's a
Sometimes
different
I feel like
story.
sometimes it's just pray
Ha,
for favor
that is
because
all. Because some of the reasons some people were denied is weird. So me, for instance, example, on that day I went for my interview, we were five. So we were one, two, three, four. We were three Ghanaians that entered. I mean, if you go to Abuja,
together.
you enter the
Yeah,
room, like, go and sit under that canopy.
yeah,
So
the
we were three
canopy.
Ghanaians and two Nigerians. You know how many people got a visa? Two.
You and one
All the
other.
Ghanaians, all the three Ghanaians, I was the only one, and the Nigerian one was only her.
One person.
So the reasons were different. All these people had different reasons. So one was that the other one, they believed that he has a master's from UK, a master's from US, and he's also a pastor and he travels sometimes. They believe that when he travels, he will not come back, and that he's still learning. And he had admission to University of
Stockholm?
no, Gavle.
Hey, I've not heard of
I
that.
don't Gav
I've not,
University of Gavle
I've
is
not
south.
heard.
They had one there, and the other one is it Lund? No, it's not. It's also, I forgot, another popular university. So they didn't give him, and he had the money. He had the money and even over. See, when I saw
So
his
what
bank
now
statement,
happened?
my heart now beat because
Like, what's my
the
fate?
because the money in his account was screaming money, like, but he didn't
You
get.
didn't get
And
it.
and I also feel like it was his attitude towards the and I told him,
Like it was like a Jessica.
I tell you, he was even when he came
Wow.
out, he was angry. He was like, "What questions are they asking? Why would they ask that kind of?" I was like, "You need something from them. So even if they ask you a question and it pisses you off, or they keep asking you a repeated question, please, you need a visa, the permit from
Answer
them.
with a smile,
Answer
with
with
so
this."
much enthusiasm.
Exactly. So when you came and you was talking like that, automatically knew some way somehow that
Mm,
this guy may know
get
because
it.
his attitude was very, very, very bad. So I didn't know he wouldn't get. We had all come up. The next one was she's also a namesake of mine. She and her husband, they were rejected in 2023, and then they applied again for 2024. They sold their land and everything. Yes,
I
and
hope they got it.
no, they didn't get it. So she too, they said that they called the bank and the bank didn't respond. So
Hey,
because the bank didn't respond to their emails or calls, they were rejected. And another thing that I would really like you to tell your audience is, as like the bank statement, as you have gone for it from the bank,
mm,
please try as much as possible. If me, I'll tell you that go and speak to the manager, because that is what one of my friends did now,
mm.
and he's currently in this. Oh, this is the university's name is the one.
KTH,
No, the southern one. That's one that is where Alex country.
Dalana.
No, oh wow. I remember and tell Tinu so that she'll put it there. Like if I remember here, he too had to call the bank because he was
Mm,
rejected in also 2023 and
mm,
2024. He tried again. See, he went to the bank, sat on the bank that see, migration will be calling you. In 2023, they called and people didn't pick. I was rejected. This year they are calling you, pick it, whether email by call. Every day he was there. Because for him, he was like his case officer reached out to him last year
mm.
again that we tried calling your bank and nobody responded. So your
Hey,
case has been pending. But he followed up with an email to ask.
was it a Nigerian bank?
He's a Ghanaian, no, he's also a
Okay.
Ghanaian. Why his application? And they were like, this is what is happening. He went to the bank, sat on it. The bank was like, we have gone through our whole emails, we don't see anything. He went there
Mm,
for 3 to 4 days before they told him, oh, now we have seen the email. They sent it to the embassy, the Nigerian embassy that we
okay.
have received
Received
this,
it.
he has an account, and now he's here also in Sweden. So please, when you go for your bank statement, try and talk to the manager that please be checking your emails, please
Mm,
be on your phone. This is my details, this is my name, this is my account number. In case the embassy calls you, please reply as soon as possible.
possible.
So the main, like, I have close like 7 friends who were denied that they are very close. These are not here, so these are very close friends of mine. And the key reason why they were denied that keeps
Mm.
popping up is the fact that the bank did not, what do you call it, pick up the
Yeah.
call or
Mm,
reply to an
respond to their
email,
emails.
and they are doing this to confirm if you have, what do you call it, an account
Yeah,
with the bank.
or you just made it up.
Exactly, that one. That
Yeah.
is all. They're just calling, and sometimes they don't. And there are people too who may be lucky because the other friends of mine who also got it, their banks were never contacted. And this guy was
Mm,
telling that his attitude was a little because he's grown. He's not a small boy. He'll be like his late 40s, so like, and he's
mm,
well traveled. He like this. I was working with him. I was telling just the other time. I was working with him, and he just got the email from his bank right after the interview. Like I think let's say 15 minutes after the
that's
interview
good intelligence.
that the embassy of Abuja has reached out to us. So it means that sometimes right after your interview, somebody was from the embassy will send an email or
Email.
call right
Yeah.
after. They will not wait for 2 weeks or 2 days.
Mm,
And some of my friends that I know, they were also their bank were called maybe a day after the interview, some 2 weeks after the interview, some 3 weeks after the interview, and some a month after the
after the
interview.
interview. That's long.
Exactly. So please be careful, and that's all the tip I'll give you with your bank statement. Make sure it's accurate, it's genuine, it's legal, and then make sure that your bank is giving a tip that, oh, okay, and the embassy may be reaching out to you. So please,
Mm,
if they do this and this and this and this. Because some of the banks they are always getting emails, and so if you
true.
don't take care, if you don't go and remind them, they'll be thinking that they have time to reply to those emails.
Mm,
Before you realize, they will see that email very late,
very
and your case
late.
officer too has a lot of cases
True.
to
True.
approve or deny. So if you see that you are wasting time, or your bank is wasting time, they just
Move on to somebody
next
else.
person. You see, so
May
please
that not be our
let's
case
be
in Jesus'
vigilant and
name.
all that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You are welcome.
Yeah. So very quickly, I'm going to talk from the perspective of an SI scholarship
Mm,
holder.
yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
They are spending the money. They have the money. People they are billionaires here. It's not true.
See,
Is it not true?
she's lying. I know
Is
you
it
know
not
that she's
true?
lying. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like I think in a week time, like I think this week,
It's
oh,
this week.
you
That's why I
get,
asked
oh
you.
my God, you get the result comes out, I think on the 24th of April, and then they'll send you an email on the 25th of April, right? So once you get the scholarship, I strongly, I feel like you're one leg in. You're not two legs in, and I have a reason for saying that
Mm.
because if you don't accept it,
Yeah.
Otilo. But yeah, if you get a scholarship, I really hope that you do get a scholarship, you're
Mhm.
one leg in. So as an SI scholarship holder, I didn't need to make any application fee because I was an SI scholarship holder. So I didn't make
Mm.
any application fee. And then I
Okay.
also didn't need to show any proof of fund because the document that was sent to me for my SI scholarship offer was that was what I presented as my proof of fund and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
So the main document basically that I updated or that I uploaded were my international passports,
Mhm.
my university admission, and then the document.
Okay.
Yes. So I also would like to advise, especially if you're in Nigeria, that please ensure that your international passport is not close to expiration.
Mm.
Like at least
Yeah.
let it be at least like for the period of your studies, maybe 1 year or 2 years. Do you understand? So for me, I have like I think 5 years or 4 years or something like that. Because if not, imagine you get the scholarship. Because I've heard of people who got scholarship and then one reason or the other they couldn't make it because their passport was
Yeah.
expired, and you don't want to experience that because you will literally be so mad.
And
Like,
even when you come here, because
mm,
not to cut you, even when you come here,
mm,
because I recently heard another story. You know me, I have a lot of friends here.
yeah, you have a lot
So
of friends.
so like permit extension. He's also a Nigerian, you know. So this permit extension, we wanted to extend his permit, and then when he came, he was given 2 years when he came here for the asylum or something, and then now he wants to renew it. His
Mm,
permit, so his
his
permit,
visa, his passport
passport has
expired.
expired. And so when he came here to Sweden, they gave him the permit based
Permit.
on how
How
many years is
long?
left on his passport.
Passport,
And so
international
now that he
passport.
needs to renew again, nobody is minding him. He's currently having a challenge here. That's so they were thinking that if he had like 3 or 4 years
Mm,
on his passport, then they would have given him that longer,
mm,
period. So
yeah.
please have
Please don't
extra.
let Nigeria happen to you, and you too, don't give Nigeria a chance to happen to
Yeah.
you. Like just prepare yourself. So yeah. So as I said previously, the result would come out in April
Mm.
24th is on the website, and then that's when it's going to be announced. So you have to like go to the site and check with your application number. That was what I checked.
Mm.
Then the next day they will send you the offer. I feel like I've said this before, but don't be like one of my classmates, Ben. He got the scholarship, but he went to his spam and he didn't check it.
Mm.
And he lost the scholarship because you have to accept it. So if you don't accept it, it's as though you don't need it. Do you understand? And there are other
Oh.
people probably on the reserve list or something like that. So please, once you get it, accept it. They will also give you like a deadline for
Mm.
acceptance.
Yeah.
So please write and fill up the acceptance. And then also you will always get instructions like SI will give you instructions on how to apply for your residence permit. So please always check the emails. They
Mm.
are very, very important. Right, what we are doing here is just to share from our experience, right, and
Mm.
to make the work easier for you. So I basically like followed the instruction I got from SI
Mhm.
on my application. So I applied. As I said, I'm going to attach the link somewhere in the description. So I applied for my residence permit, and I think literally the following day, I got a response from the Swedish migration regarding my application. So it will
Mm.
carry my case. It carried my case number and my control number,
Okay.
right? And then it also followed some instruction for me to that it was important for me to book my appointment within 30 days.
Mm. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Same.
within 30
Yeah.
days. And I also beg of you, please always read the instructions.
Mm.
Very important.
So,
So as soon as I got that, I didn't even wait. I just went to swedenabroad.se.
uh-huh.
So I went there, then I went to check for the number that I could call or someone I could reach in Abuja. So I will also attach the link or somewhere or something. I'll attach the link. So I checked for the number, I called them, and I think they have like time. I think they only pick us on Tuesdays or Thursdays, something like
Mm.
that. You
Mm.
see it there. So I called and then she asked for my case or control number. I gave it to her and she was like, okay, that I won't be interviewed, so I should just send an email to them saying that I want an appointment
For your
for
biometrics.
biometrics, yes, and passport checks. So basically, that was it for me.
Okay.
So then I went to Abuja. Then I took my passport, and then I did my biometrics, and then that was it for me.
Your own is good, or you are
Yeah.
lucky because that study in Sweden page. There were some SI scholars who were interviewed. It's not like interview person, but they'll
Mm.
ask you, which program are you going to do? What are your courses?
Ah, really?
Yes, they
Oh,
asked
they
them.
didn't ask.
Some people were
Yeah.
asked this small question,
Yeah, and I
but
think, yeah, for what
nothing
you said, the
serious.
motivation. I also have to
Ah,
write a motivation. So I basically just
oh,
I
okay.
just tilted what I had for my SI motivation
Mm,
and just like I just made some small changes, honestly, because
okay.
my brain was already so fried at that point. I was like, I beg. So
Yeah.
I just changed something, and then that was what I submitted for my
Okay.
stuff. So as I said, no interview, no application fee. And if they ask you for any, maybe, oh, show your proof of fund, you upload the documents that ESA will give to you. That's your
Mm,
proof of fund. That's
okay.
your proof of everything. That's
Okay.
what you have.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it
Mm,
for me. So when I sent the email to them, in less than 30 minutes, I got a response
mhm.
actually. And then I went, I scheduled, and I went, and I got it. To the glory of God. To
Yeah,
the glory of God.
yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I think, just like on a final note, aside from
Mm.
everything that I've asked and you've also shared, are there other things that you would like to share as regards this residence permits, or
Yeah.
you've covered everything?
Mm. Oh, we have covered everything, but there's always the aftermath of the resident permit,
Mm,
which is like, because besides the admission is in, you have paid the application fee for the resident permit, you have
mm,
applied,
mm.
you either go for an interview or biometric. There's always have to be like a preparation and
Absolutely.
something. And we as Christians will always be like, you continue to have faith until you have the evidence in your hands. And
Absolutely.
so that's all I would say. And also I think there's a link for case to on migration's page to know your case officer and the city
Yeah.
it's in. So let's say, because there was also a situation where,
Mm,
especially in the study in student telegram page,
mm.
there was also a situation where people had booked yeah, did I say that one? I didn't say.
What was
I also
that?
have friends
Mm,
who booked appointment,
mm,
but I don't know how to say it. I also have people who applied on migration's page,
mm-hmm.
but
But
were not able to book appointment. I don't know how to say it. They booked the
but
appointment,
they
but
didn't get a response, or
exactly, like
mm,
it's like you have booked the appointment with Abuja.
mm.
I don't know how to say it.
Like you send an email, or
Thank you. You sent an email to the
migrations, this thing.
to
Yeah,
Abuja.
Abuja.
They never replied.
I please.
2 months. I think that the best thing for your audience to do is to try so much
Mm,
to join the study in Sweden
Sweden.
Telegram page and go and read
Mm,
previous years this thing. So please, besides doing the physical, please be prayerful.
be
As I sending
prayerful.
the email, you'll be doing the needful about it here.
Yeah.
And there are some too who after the application, like,
Mm,
never heard from
anything
case
again.
officer.
Mm,
Yeah, so just like do your best. And the bank statement,
yeah.
very
Please don't forge
whether you are
anything.
going up or you are doing the down bank statement, do everything right. Like
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah.
And we wish
Um,
everyone the best too with it.
I do wish everyone the best, very best. So thank you so much for joining me on this. So the next video, so please watch out for the next video. It's going to be
Yeah.
on embassy interview questions that she had, and then I wish you the very best. See you.
See you and congratulations in advance to the SI scholars.
Congratulations. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't wait to hear your testimonies.
Yeah.
So see you. Bye.
Bye. Things that is very likely to happen with your application after you have gone for an interview or even before biometrics is a
Mm-hmm.
confirmation that they may ask. So one, they may confirm with your bank, and two, if they confirm with your bank, they will ask them if you have an account with them, yes or no.
Then switch to English, right? And so here is like, here you can like find literally like it's like all the information that you literally need, like everything. But for the purpose of applying for a residence permit to study, you're going to come here. Then you're obviously coming to study, so you're going to click on study. And if you have other reasons, then there are other reasons that you can explore there. then study either it's undergraduate or advanced studies. You're going to click on this place. Yeah. And then here you can also find like a lot of information that you need to know as regards university or college, vocational schools, etc. Requirements. These are the requirements. Basically, like if you want to come with your family with you to Sweden, um, if you're currently in Sweden, how to get it. Maybe you're currently staying in Sweden and you're not a Swedish citizen or something. Then yeah, so these are like all the information. This is how it works. And then this is where you apply. And I think I forgot to actually mention in the video that it's a what's it called? E-application. So you don't have to go anywhere to apply. You don't have to leave where you are to apply. Like literally just apply. Like you can just apply online. But this is where you come, you apply. Here you can click on this and then it will link you to another page where you can see again if you prepared all your documents before you start your application. But you don't have to worry because even if during your application, like you want to get some other documents, you've not gotten them or something, you can always pause your application and then continue later, right? Then you just come here to e-service. Then obviously you don't have a mobile bank or bank ID or something. It's for people that are already here. So you're going to create an account. So it says if you do not have an account and can't log in with the e-identification, you click on this to create an account. So you create your username and your password. So that's basically it. I already have mine there. So no, I didn't have it on this browser. It's on the other one. But this is where you basically create it. This is where you're going to create it. Create new accounts. Yeah, yeah. You create a new account, your email, and then your password, and then yeah, and then you start your application. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope that everything goes well for you, really. And if you have questions, I'll also tell my friends to watch out like for the comment section and she can answer to as much questions as she can in case you have any other questions. And also, a next video will be uploaded soon on our embassy interview questions. So you can also watch out for that. So please like, subscribe, and share to other people who you think is going to be beneficial to.